Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is Pool Chapter 65, and this one is titled Just You and Him Together. Well, he's very popular, you thought with a smile, trying not to check him out too much. After Yaoyorozu had explained the voting system and a little about the theme for the fashion show, you were all ushered backstage to change for the 70s hero gear and do the walk all over again. It appeared that Yaoyorozu had paid particular attention to what Aizawa would look good in, either that or he looked good in any damn thing, and you found yourself stealing glances at him as he changed into different outfits. It was hard to look at him without him catching you, because it appeared that he was just as interested in what you were wearing as you were of him. You were now up to the 2000s gear, and it was starting to look a little more like what you were used to seeing him in, except Yaoyorozu had him in a semi-baggy black pants with gun holster that doubled as suspenders as well. He looked more like a policeman in that uniform, but who doesn't love a man in uniform? You watched him walk out onto the runway, and the crowd again went wild. He's gonna win every category of this fashion show, hands down, you thought with a grin, as he walked back out and down the steps, lifting one arm up to run his hand through his messy fringe and ruffling it a bit to shift it out of his face. You groaned internally and looked away, chewing on your bottom lip as your brain tried to barricade the doors of the dirty thoughts that were screaming and hollering to enter the front of your mind. By now, Aizawa was getting really good at reading your body language, and he smirked to himself. She must like what I'm in. Not that it looks any good. He looked down at the outfit as he dropped his hand back to his side. It's well made, as expected, but I don't see the attraction. He lifted the material in his fingers and checked it over a little, unintentionally showing you his lower abdominal muscles and V-line. The minute you saw his body underneath, you had to walk away. It was too much. I am about to jam my head through this wall here. He can't just be standing there doing these things. This is illegal, just rude, downright disrespectful. Sir, you need to calm down. No, wait, I need to calm down. Miss Lin? Yaoyorozu asked as you scowled at the wall. You spun quickly to face her. Is everything okay? Oh, yes, sorry, I just thought I may have left my iron on, you lied, but I'm pretty sure I turned it off. She nodded and was about to reply when a fellow classmate ran up and asked her a question, which distracted her. I'm pretty sure you are the one turned on, Aizawa uttered lowly as he passed you, not the iron. You extended your hand out with your quirk and punched him in the side without anyone else seeing you. Shut up, you hissed with a playful smirk. That's enough out of you, or I'll give you detention. His half-lidded gaze and that low-key sneer almost drenched your panties, and he held your gaze for a second longer, then turned and walked away to change. Almost done, everyone, Yaoyorozu called out. You're all doing so well, keep up the good work. You refocused on the task at hand and got ready for the next round, reaching for the dress that you had worn at Yaoyorozu's place that weekend when her chef tried to ask you out. The fashion show finished, and everyone was on a high, yet completely exhausted from the pure adrenaline that they were living off while the show was in progress. Now to wait till the end of the day and tally the votes, Yaoyorozu said with a smile as you all stood in a semicircle out the back. You have done a wonderful job orchestrating this program, you praised Yaoyorozu. I look forward to seeing the results of the show. We all know Mr. Aizawa stole the show, Uraraka chuckled, looking over at his oh-so-familiar dead expression. I'm surprised that no matter how little effort he put into his walk, everyone loved it, Kaminari said honestly, a little bit put out by the fact that even though he had tried to walk his best, Aizawa always had the crowd screaming louder. You looked away to hide your smirk. I mean, Kaminari was right, but did he have to be so blunt about it? Until I have taken out the winning places in all categories, you are free to go and look around the festival, Aizawa said with a straight face. They all beamed at him, missing his hidden joke, and turned and took off to go and enjoy the afternoon, leaving you two alone. He turned his head ever so slightly and looked at you from the corner of his eye, just that look alone telling you everything you needed to know, and you stepped away quickly. Now listen, we need to behave, the students are still around here so we can't be caught doing... His bind very quickly wrapped itself around your body and mouth, working like duct tape to seal your lips, before you were yanked into him and his lips pressed to the other side of the cloth. As quickly as it had happened, he pulled his binds off you and stepped back, shoving his hands into his pockets and turning to the door. Come and look around the festival with me, he said lowly. You grinned and stepped up beside him, the two of you heading out to the main stretch to see what the other classes had decided to do on the day. As you walked down to the other school hall, President Mike was on stage in the middle of a singing competition and you grinned. "He looks like he's in his element," you said to Aizawa, who nodded and kept a half gaze on you. You looked so happy, walking around seeing the sights, and he smiled softly to himself. "She really is so beautiful," he thought as he greeted a bunch of students walking past. As the afternoon passed, you headed back to the main arena with Aizawa to listen to the results of the fashion show. "Welcome back, everyone," Yayorozu called happily into the microphone once the crowd had gathered back in the room. "Thank you for supporting our class. I will now announce the winners of each category and present them with their awards," she added. A whisper of excitement went through the onlookers, and she looked down at her piece of paper, then up at the audience again. "First we have the winner of the fashion show. This person has wowed the crowd with their energy and presence." Guys, please don't kill me. It's a cliffhanger. I know. I'm sorry. I promised I wouldn't do it again. This book was written a while ago. I'm sorry. I'll see you in the next chapter.